Aloha and welcome to Upside-Down Pilates. In today's lesson, we are going to do some exercises on all fours. We're going to learn a little bit more about our tricep muscle, and we're going to explore our rotatores muscle. I have Herman with me here today to help out with that explanation. So let's go ahead and get into our anatomy minute. Here is Mr. Herman. We're going to turn him around a little bit, and I think just the side will be good. Yes. So the rotatores muscle, it connects from our transverse processes, so that's this side of the vertebrae, up to the spinous processes. So it goes on a diagonal, and it'll go from the lower vertebrae to one of the spinous processes above, and then from that same spot to the spinous processes above that. So it kind of makes a little bit of like a Y shape. It'll go there to there and there to there. And that's what these little red tapes are showing. So you have one tape from there and one tape from there. And this is part of the intrinsic muscles of our spine. And these muscles are really built to help stabilize our spine. So they work and they fire up and they help hold our spine together so that as we do crazy athletic things, our spine does not break apart. On the angle that they're on, they help with a little bit of segmental control in rotating each one of the vertebrae, as well as if you're side bending or rotating down or something like that, it's going to do the eccentric control of controlling the spine as it rotates. All right? And it will also help with extension a little bit. But the primary purpose of these muscles is to help stabilize the spine, and then just a little bit of segmental control in rotation and extension. And that is your anatomy minute for the day. Let's get into our workout. We're going to go onto all fours and do some fancy goalposts here. So you're going to go on all fours, and we're going to keep the upper middle back wide, the tail long, the head out and away, and you're going to reach your arm to the side. Then you're going to bring your arm up overhead. Then you're going to bring it back out to the side and bring it in. And let's change to the other arm. You're going to bring it outside, up overhead and goalpost, outside to a big T, and then bring it in. And let's change. T, goalpost, T. And what we're doing is the upward rotation of the scapula. T, goalpost, T, when we lift our arm. So you're strengthening your arm, but you're also strengthening your shoulder blade and your rotator cuff muscles. Or shoulder girdle muscles, I should say. T, and goalpost, and T. Good. 2 more sets. T, goalpost, T, and in. T, goalpost, T. 1 more set. T, goalpost, T, and in. And T, goalpost, T, and in. All right, shift back into child's pose. Turn your palms up. And now we're going to do a gentle stretch for our wrists. People often get wrist issues when they go onto all fours, so we're going to stretch back the other way. You're going to reach one arm out in front of you, and you're going to grab on, these are your little carpal bones, the bones at the top of your wrist, and you're going to pull down and then pull the wrist to you as you turn the inside of the elbow up. And let me show you that sideways. So you go down to you and inside of the elbow up. And let's hold for 10 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's do the other side. Grab onto the wrist, pull down, pull to you, inside of the elbow up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okie dokie. Now we're going back onto all fours. Remember, if it really does bother your wrists, drop down onto your elbows. You can do a lot of it just dropped onto your elbows. So now we're going to go up onto all fours and we're going to do our leg. You're going to bring one leg to the back, and then you're going to rotate it side, and then you're going to bring it back up to the back and bring it in. And we'll go to the other side. Bend the knee, lift the leg, reach it side, reach it back, and in. Let's go again. Keep your upper middle back wide, reach it side, reach it back, and down, and back, and side, and back. That was 2, and back, and side, and back, and down, and back, and side, and back. That's 3, 2 more sets. Back, check your belly, make sure it's still up and in, and down, and back, and side, and back, and down. Last set. Back, side, back, and down, and back, and side, and back, and down. Shift back to child's pose. Turn those palms up. And let's do our little stretch again. Reach the hand out, wrist down, inside of the elbow up, and stretch the top of that wrist. And other side. Reach the hand out, wrist down, inside of the elbow up. Okay, back to all fours. Now we're going to flex, turn in, point, turn out with our leg. So you're going to be up on all fours, and we'll pick up one leg, and you're going to flex and turn the leg in and across a little bit, and then you're going to point and turn it out on a diagonal. Flex, turn in, and point, turn out. Again, flex, turn in, and point, turn out. 2 more. Flex, turn in, and point, turn out. 1 more. Flex, turn in, and point, turn out. Beautiful. Bring it in. Let's do the other side. Pick it up. Flex, turn in, and point, turn out. And flex, turn in, and point, turn out. And flex, turn in, and point, turn out. 2 more. Flex, turn in, and point, turn out. 1 more. Flex, turn in, and point, turn out. Good. Shift back to your child's pose. Let your shoulders rise. Get a stretch in your armpits. Turn your palms up. And let's come back down and stretch our wrists again. Wrist pulls down, inside of the elbow goes up. And other side. Wrist pulls down and inside of the elbow comes up. All right, let's take a little break. All right, let's learn a little bit about our triceps right now. So our triceps are it's a 3-headed muscle, and it goes from our elbow up into our shoulder. A lot of times people think they're working their triceps, and they start going like this, and they're going woo, woo, and can you see how my shoulder keeps going forward like this, and it's rounding? They're actually doing more of a workout with their pec, and when you have over tight, strong pecs, it'll hold you down and round you, and we do not want to be that way. We want to be up and open. So let's do a little exercise I made up just to get those triceps going or awakened so that you know the difference. You're going to take a thumb and you're going to put it right at, there's a little notch here and there's a little bump, that's part of your clavicle. You're going to put it there, and then you're going to put the other fingers at the very tip of your shoulder. So you don't want it in the little groove here. you want to reach it out. And what you're going to do is keep those 2 points apart and make sure that this shoulder doesn't get moving around. Then you're going to sit and you're going to bend your elbow and keep this wide, and all you're going to do is straighten your arm straight down and feel the muscles back here contract. And then you're just going to bend this elbow. And then you're going to straighten it down and make sure you feel those muscles straighten the elbow and that you don't tip it forward while you're doing that. Keep it wide. And then you're going to bend it. And again, you're going to straighten it down. And then you're going to bend it back up. 2 more. Straighten it down. And bend it back up. 1 more time. Straighten it down. Now you're going to keep it nice and taut down there. Now we're going to work our tricep at the top. Keep the clavicle open and pull your arm back just a little bit. And then bring it back. So as you pull it back, don't let it tip forward. Pull it back just a little bit and bring it forward. And again, just a little bit and bring it forward. 2 more, just a little bit and forward. 1 more, just a little bit and forward. Let's do the other side. All right, we're going to take our thumb and put it at that little ridge and then right on the tip of your shoulder. Keep the clavicle wide, bend the elbow, make sure you're nice and tall, and straighten the arm and make sure the back muscles down here are working, and then bend it a little bit. And again, straighten the elbow and bend it. And straighten the elbow and bend it. 2 more. Straighten the elbow and bend it. 1 more. Straighten the elbow and keep it straight. Now you're going to pull the arm back a little bit and center. And keep this clavicle open. Back a little bit and center. And back a little bit and center. 2 more. Back a little bit and center. And 1 more. Back a little bit and center. Good. So hopefully now you understand how to get your actual triceps going here rather than getting all fancy thinking you're working out, but you're working the muscles that are already too strong, most likely from all your time at the computer. Okay, now we're going to work a little bit on the upward rotation of our scapula seated. You're going to take one hand and cross it to the opposite knee. Stay as tall as you can. Reach your elbow out on a diagonal side. Reach your arm wide to the side. Bring your arm up overhead in a side goalpost. Do a side bend. Look down towards the ground. And then you're going to round and come back up and put that hand back on the knee. Let's go again. Elbow. Straighten the arm. Reach the arm up overhead in a goalpost. Side bend. Keep your head forward. Look down to the ground. Circle around. And come back up. Again, elbow, straighten the arm. Arm comes up. Side bend. Look down, circle around, and up. 2 more. Elbow, straighten the arm. Arm comes up. Side bend. Look down, circle around. 1 more time. Elbow, straighten the arm. Arm comes up. Side bend. Look down. Circle around. And now we can do the other side. So take this hand, cross it to the opposite knee. Stay as tall as you can. And here we go. Elbow goes out on a diagonal. Straighten the arm. Reach the arm up in a side goalpost. Side bend. Look down. Circle around. And come up. Elbow, arm, goalpost, side bend, look down, circle around, and come up. Again, elbow, straighten the arm, goalpost, side bend, look down, circle around, and up. 2 more. Elbow, straighten the arm, goalpost, side bend, look down, circle around, and up. Last one. Elbow, straighten the arm comes up, side bend, look down, circle around, and up. Now that was fun. We're going to do both arms. So cross the arms across to the opposite knees, and we're going to go. Elbows go side. Then you're going to reach the arms out to the side. Try and get as wide as you can. Goalpost. Now we're going to arch up and back, and then we're going to circle around. Get your arms wider and grow a little bit taller, and then you're going to cross the opposite hand on top. And we're going to go. Elbows, straight arms, goalposts, arch up and back, circle around and grow wide. And then you're going to cross the opposite arm on top. And again, elbows, side, goalposts, arch it back, circle around, grow taller and wider, and opposite hand on top. Elbows, side, goalposts, arch up and back, circle around, and cross. Excellent. Take a little break. You've made it to stretch time. I'm sure you're very happy about that. All right, we're going to stretch our triceps and our biceps all at the same time, the best we can. I'm going to flip around and face the other direction. You can go cross-legged, sitting at your chair, whatever you need. Let's take one arm up, and you're going to reach it back, and then you're going to take the other arm and reach it, and goal is to touch your fingers. Depending on how tight you are, you may or may not be able to do so, but you can also grab your shirt, or you can grab a towel and hold it there. Try reach your chest open, your elbow to the sky, and this opposite shoulder open as you stretch both your biceps and your triceps. And just stay tall and breathe gently. Good. And undo that. And now you're going to do the other side. There's always one side that's not as cooperative. And this one I think is mine. Oh, nope. So one elbow is up, the other elbow is down. You're reaching towards your fingers. Chest is open. And now we're going to rest out of that. And now we're going to do a little spine stretch forward. You're going to sit tall, reach your legs out in front of you, flex your feet, and imagine your spine is up against a wall. We're going to nod the chin, and we're going to sequence down through the spine and reach towards our feet, but keep our belly pulling away from our thighs while we're here. Inhale, and then exhale, we're going to roll back up. And again, nod your chin and exhale. Pull the belly away and try and sequence forwards sequentially through your vertebrae or through your spine. Take a breath. And exhale. Roll back up. And so we're trying to round our spine right now rather than have a flat back. Nod the chin and pull up and in through your abs as you sequence yourself forward. Take a breath and roll back up. 2 more slow. Inhale, nod the chin, and exhale. Sequence yourself forward. Take a breath and roll back up. 1 more. Now we're going to go down on the exhale and up on the inhale. Exhale, roll yourself down, and inhale, roll yourself up. And exhale, sequence yourself down, and inhale, roll yourself up. one more time. Exhale, roll down. And inhale, roll up. Here we go. Exhale, roll yourself down. And now you can go as far down as you like. And let's point your toes. Reach the tops of those ankles and those toes as long as you can. And now flex your heels, and I want you to look forward. And point your toes. And flex your heels. And point your toes. And flex your heels. And one more. Point the toes. And flex your heels and look up. And now point the toes, look down, take a big inhale, and exhale. Roll yourself up to seated as tall as you can. Thanks so much for joining me today. If you found this information interesting and enlightening and you would like some more, please go to the link or QR code on the screen and you can download my Ultimate Joint Pain Eliminator Starter Kit. You'll also be put on my email newsletter. Each week you'll get a workout, a recipe, one of my favorite products, as well as a quote. So if you want to become part of my Ohana, go there and I will see you soon. Aloha.